Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Levi, this is the NW Sportscast, and today we continue our series of going through every single player in the Mariners 40-man roster as we lead up to the opening day, which is, guys, this month. We are finally made it to March. It feels like it's been so long since I've seen the Mariners play a meaningful game of baseball. Spring training's fun, but it's not really a true meaningful game of baseball. So I'm really excited for opening day. I don't know about you guys, but today, guys, I'm going to talk about Collin Snider. Yeah, if you've never heard of Collin Snider, you're not probably in the minority. There's probably a lot of people out there who haven't heard of Collin Snider. So let's give you guys a little bit of background information on Collin Snider. He was drafted in the 12th round in 2017 by the Kansas City Royals. Comes out of Vanderbilt University. He made his debut in 2022 at the age of 26 with the Royals. And in 2022, he threw a lot, considering that he was not very good. He has a 4-2 record. That's pretty much the only positive stat on this stat sheet. 42 games, 34 innings, 15 walks, 22 strikeouts. He had an ERA plus of just 63, so that's 63%. If league average is 100, that means he's 37% below league average. His FIP was 4.45, which is actually pretty decent, but his ERA was 6.55. He also had a whip of 1.6. So then last year in 2023, Collin Snider, he did not pitch as much. He only threw 20 innings in 20 games. He struck out 11 batters. He walked 13 batters. He had an ERA plus of 92, FIP of 6.01, a whip of 1.8, and an ERA of 4.87. So the ERA got better last year. Every other stat, though, got worse, which is interesting when you look at that for Collin Snider. And again, you look at the Baseball Savant page, it's not necessarily terrible. There's a lot of things. Again, if you've been watching this series, you're going to notice some common themes here. He's in the red on 5 categories. You know what they are? Barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, ground ball percentage, average exit velo, and fastball velo. Those are like the Mariners' 5 favorite stats in the bullpen. Every single player in the Mariners bullpen has a really high ground ball percentage and a really low barrel rate, which is good, right? Theoretically, you'd think, because more ground balls equals more outs, and more barrels equals more hits. The problem is Collin Snider has no control. His walk percentage would be among the lowest of the league if he had qualified. His strikeout percentage is also really low. He does not strike guys out. He does not get players to chase. He does not get them to whiff. His expected ERA was 5.44 last year, and he has a -3 pitching run value. So the Mariners are obviously banking on the fact that their pitching lab, the lab that has created Justin Topa, the lab that created Taylor Saucedo, the lab that created Drew Steckenrider, can also create Collin Snider. And it's possible. Let's look at what the projections have to say. The projections have him going 2-2 with a 4.85 ERA, 1 save, a career high of 39 innings, and they have him striking out 34, which is also career high, 17 walks, and a 1.46 whip, which would be a career low for him. So, do I agree with those projections? Honestly, I kind of do. I kind of dig this. I think Collin Snider, based off of a few very good underlying stats, like I said, they're not amazing, but he has the important intangibles that he throws hard, he doesn't allow hard contact, and he does get a lot of ground balls. So I think over the course of a season, with the Mariners pitching lab at his side, I think Collin Snider can figure this thing out. I actually might be a little bit higher. I think he could maybe throw maybe a 4.6 ERA, maybe a 1.2 whip. I would be interested to see that out of Collin Snider. Now, the innings volume is interesting because they have him throwing 39 innings. And like I've talked about for the few other guys, Collin Snider, it's some serious competition because he's not one of the 7 kind of shoo-ins in the Mariners bullpen. He's competing with Ty Adcock, Edward Bizardo, Mauricio Rivera, Jackson Cower, and probably a couple. Am I forgetting anybody? Let me pull up the roster. And Carlos Vargas. So it's a 5-man, probably a 5-man race. And you could throw Cody Bolton in there too. I don't think Cody Bolton has really any kind of chance. But even if you want to throw him in there, it's a 5 or 6-man race for one spot in the bullpen, assuming nobody else gets hurt. The front 7 are pretty set. So Collin Snider's probably starting the season in Tacoma. He's probably going to get called up when somebody gets hurt, and I think he's going to do well. I actually am pretty high on Collin Snider this year. But, guys, could I be wrong? Absolutely I could. Nobody's perfect. So let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think about Collin Snider? Am I too high? Am I too low? Or am I just right? Is Collin Snider going to contribute to the Mariners well this season? Is he going to put up positive WAR? Is he going to have a positive impact on the team? Or is he just kind of just going to be there and not do a whole lot at all? Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, my name is Levi. This is the NW Sportscast. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any more of these videos coming at you guys all throughout spring training, as well as, the Seahawks. They are continuing to obviously be in the news as well as they continue to rebuild with Mike Macdonald as their new head coach. So if you guys love Seattle sports as much as we do, then please join us on this channel. We would love to have you. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, go Mariners!